Hey guys, it's Lori. My hair is really wet right now, but that's just the way it's gonna be because I have a bit of a drive ahead of me right now, and when I get to where I'm going, I brought my little hair pick with me and I'll just go through it real quick and it'll be fine. Oh yeah. Okay, so let me kind of give you a really quick update, which I don't have really much to say about that right now, but quick hCG update, and then I'm going to go into telling you what is going on right now because there was some things that happened yesterday and they're serious. So hCG wise, it's VLCD4 today, and as far as weight, I have not weighed yet. I'll do that in a few days and I'll share it with you guys. I'll share my start weight and my current weight and how much I lost in like the first week. Okay, just making sure I'm recording because it's been one of those days or nights, or it's all running together right now, which I'll explain. Food wise, yesterday I ate absolutely nothing. Zero, zilch, nothing. I am right now, let's see, about 37 hours fasted. I'm fine with that. Not hungry. Wasn't hungry yesterday. Not hungry now. I'm okay. As for what is going on, I'm going to go ahead and share it with you guys because I want to. I want to share it with you guys. Let me start driving. I'm trying to think where to start, like how to make this so it's not a 20-minute long story. And I'm just going to start with Friday. A few days ago, I got a phone call from my dad. Okay, I love talking to my dad. You know, my dad's awesome. And he lives about an hour and a half away from me. He's lives up by Lake Erie, has a trailer that he lives in, and he loves it. It's beautiful up there and blah, blah, blah. Okay, anyway, he calls me, and I immediately noticed that something wasn't right. Something wasn't right with his speech. He didn't sound right. His words, he was hesitating when he spoke, and there was big pauses, and I'm like, Dad, what is wrong? Oh, nothing. No, you gotta tell me what's wrong because I know something's wrong. I can tell. And I just went on and on and on telling him, look, you're not talking right. You almost sound like you had a stroke or something. What is going on? And I mean, I kept on about it to the point that John finally said, would you stop harassing that poor man? I said, no, I will not. I will not, because there's something. I'm like, Dad, there's something you're not telling me. So anyway, he kind of insisted that he was okay. And this was a Friday night, actually. It was last week. It was Friday night. And I told him, you need to see a doctor ASAP. And he said, well, you know, it's Friday night. So he said, I'll call him on Monday morning. And I'm like, okay, all right, I get it. But if anything weird happens, if you feel any different this weekend, you need to call an ambulance. You need to call an ambulance. And that's it. That's all there is to it. And he says, all right. Well, he did call the doctor on Monday, apparently. That's what he says. I don't know. Did he really? I don't know. He said he couldn't get in until the 7th. So he can't get in for like a week. So yesterday I received a phone call from his lady friend. And she said, hey, you haven't been able to get a hold of him all day long. Have you talked to him? You know, I'm like, no. And she's like, I'm super worried because, you know, I've been leaving messages every single time. He hasn't returned my calls. It's very unusual, blah, blah, blah. Turns out I called the hospital up there. I called the hospital up by where he lives, and they said, no, he's not there. They gave me the number for the police. My next call was going to be to the police to get a wellness check done on him. But first I wanted to call my brother. So I called my brother and I'm like, hey, here's what's going on. And he says, okay, let me try him real quick. Let me see if he'll answer my call. And if he doesn't, I'll get back with you and then we'll call the police. Okay. He did answer my brother. My brother said, okay, yeah, something's way wrong. Way wrong. So me and my brother just drove to my dad's. Like, he doesn't live where he lives. It's about an hour and a half drive. Where I live, it's about an hour and a half drive to get to my dad's. So anyway, and my brother lives like 45 minutes to an hour away from me. So doesn't matter. We get there and my dad's laying in his bed, and he had been in his bed, I'm gonna guess, this is speculation on my part, but I'm gonna say he'd probably been in his bed for a couple days. Now, he hadn't wet himself or anything like that, so, I mean, he somehow was going to the bathroom, and I don't know, but I'm telling you right now, the man couldn't move. He could not move. He said that he was in so much pain, he just wanted to sit up. He could barely talk. So, he didn't answer his phone because he couldn't, because he was in pain. So, anyway, turns out we called an ambulance. The ambulance came, took him to the hospital. That hospital transferred him to a larger hospital, and he had tests run, lots and lots of tests run. Turns out, through his bones, he does have cancer. He's got cancer in his bones. And that's all I know right now. That's all I know. The larger hospital that they transferred him to, my brother went because my dad's hearing aid was like ringing really loud, and so he needed a new battery for his hearing aid. My brother went to his house, grabbed a battery, grabbed his hearing aid, had his hearing aid and his battery, took it to the hospital that they took him to, and that made my brother the one and only visitor allowed. Period. I'm not allowed to go in to see him at all. No one but my brother is allowed to go in to the hospital to see him. We're not even allowed to wait inside the hospital. That's how strict their rules are for COVID. So, okay. But my brother's going to leave tonight because he's like, I really don't want to wear the same clothes for like 3 days in a row. So later tonight I'm going to leave. I'm going to run home, get a shower, get a change of clothes, get some rest, and come back in the morning. While he's gone, I am not allowed to go and sit in his place. I'm not allowed there at all. Only one visitor, period, the entire time. So, now my brother's doing a good job keeping us informed as to what's going on, but I want to be in there. You know what I'm saying? I want to be in there with my dad. But that whole deal from getting that phone call right after I got off work yesterday, and I don't know why I'm doing this, I have no idea. But I got that phone call right after I was done work and I wasn't even home yet. And I was actually at the Dollar Tree, so there's probably going to be a Dollar Tree haul at some point, but it's like sitting right over here in bags, and I don't even know when I'm going to have a chance to do that. Or, we'll see. I need to be, I want to be, okay, drop the subject about the Dollar Tree haul. There will be one at some point. Other things on my mind right now, obviously. So, yeah, I got that phone call before I even went home from work and just like headed straight there. I was fasting all day. Probably would have eaten something when I got home. I didn't eat anything. When we were at the emergency room, the original emergency room, we weren't even allowed to go inside there. We had to sit, this is really crooked, I'm sorry. We had to sit outside in the parking lot. And they were just like calling us and giving us updates. It's like, oh, God, this sucks. I want to go back there. But anyway, that's how it was. And after they did some of their tests and found out about the bone situation, yeah, I'm trying not to say the C word, I guess. I don't know. But after they found out about that, they actually bent the rules and let us go back and sit with them for the rest of the time until the transport came to transfer him to the larger hospital. But this is a much smaller hospital, so they are not going to bend the rules at this hospital that he's in now. There's no way. My brother's already tried to ask him. He said he even tried to flirt with the nurse a little bit and just said, no, it's not going to work. It's not going to happen. At one point, while we were at the emergency room, my brother left for a few minutes and went up the road to grab a bite to eat. Well, the only place that was like, there was other places we would have had to drive a lot further, so he just went to a Taco Bell. He's like, I'm gonna go run to that Taco Bell. You want to go? So I'm like, no, I'm actually not hungry. I already ate, which was a lie, but I didn't want him to try and talk me into it, because what am I supposed to get at Taco Bell? What's PT friendly at Taco Bell? Nothing. And I could just say, okay, I need to eat something, so I could have eaten it anyways, but I didn't. Well, I mean, I suppose I could have got a bowl of lettuce with some meat on top. Could have done that, but whatever. Anyways. Oh my goodness. So, how long is this? Lord almighty. So right now, I'm on my way to my dad's house. I have his bed sheets, which they took off of his bed because that's what they lifted him up with to put him onto the stretcher because he was in so much pain he couldn't even sit up. And so I have his bed sheet that I took from the hospital last night. I have his clothes that he had on, everything that was in his pockets, all of his stuff. I did grab his phone and his shoes and his coat from from the hospital room. My brother, I left his phone with my brother. My brother did give him his phone, but the battery's almost dead. And Dad says that his phone charger broke. I'm on my way to his house right now. On my way there, I'm going to stop and buy him a new phone charger. Head to his house, take in his sheets and stuff, see if any laundry needs done. I think it does. I saw his clothes hamper when it's kind of flowing over, which is unusual. He's really, really good at keeping up on his laundry. And he's pretty particular about it too. He likes his clothes to be really super clean. So anyways, probably going to make sure that's all done, and grab him like some underclothes, some underwear. Grab him some underwear, and probably a couple t-shirts, some sweatpants, and socks. And no, I'm not going to bring socks because he has those slipper socks. Anyways, yeah. Okay. And then I'm going to go back to the hospital, call my brother. My brother's going to come out and get all that stuff from me and take it to him. So that's what I'm doing right now. Oh man, I just wish I could go up and see him, but yep. So while I'm at the store getting the phone charger, I'm probably going to pick up, like, I don't know, something that I can have that's somewhat portable. I did throw a couple ice packs in this little lunch bag thing over here. So maybe I'll get like a package of those boiled eggs that they have at Walmart, or I don't know, probably grab some beef jerky. Which beef jerky's not ideal, but it works for me. And yeah, it's better than Taco Bell. It's better than Taco Bell. Okay. All right, guys. That's it. That's all I got for you right now. So, oh, and one more thing that I want to say. I do want to say that if I don't get to your comments right away, please don't give up on me, man. Don't give up on me. I'm going to get to them. I see that I have comments, and I want to sit down and read and answer my comments. And I don't just want to click the heart and walk away. I want to sit down and actually read them and respond to them properly, which I'll do as soon as I can. Okay? So, yeah. Just kind of bear with me for a little bit. And, yeah. Okay. That's everything, guys. Thanks for watching. And I'll see you tomorrow.